Aries, you have a karmic around you who is claiming that you are not letting something go. This person is saying that you're walking around with a chip on your shoulders. You refuse to let something go. They're saying that you're very stubborn. You're very hard headed. You won't listen to reason. Well, to their reason. To their reasoning. It's a karmic, for Christ's sakes. This person is trying to say that you are going through some kind of burnout, like you are doing way too much and you are facing some kind of burnout, like you are just not taking a rest, like you are trying to prove a point and you're just pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion, right? They're saying that, like, yeah, like you are just pushing yourself because you have to be right. They're saying that in your head that you feel like you are constantly being attacked, but it's not real, it's just in your head. Well, that's not how it looks like to me here. It looks like you are being attacked, and this person is trying to make it seem to other people that you're just crazy. Like you're just making these things up and you're just running yourself down into some kind of paranoia frenzy and trying to make it seem like you're just crazy. But you're not. You're not crazy. You're coming in this reading as the emperor. You're not crazy. You're very well grounded. You've been through hell and back. You have learned your lessons. And you know that this person is targeting you, but they're trying to make it seem like you're just crazy and paranoid for no dang reason. And it's like, whoa. This reading just blew my mind when I saw it. I was like, what the heck? I had to dig deeper. I was like, whoa. I the level just the level of evil to do something like this to a person. It's like, so everybody's watching you being attacked, and this person is making them believe that it's all in your head and you're just like upset about some past situation that has nothing to do with this King of Swords in reverse. Like they're trying to make it seem like it has nothing to do with them, and you're just upset over some past hurt that you're bringing into this situation, and you're just so paranoid and hurt because you haven't healed. And this is the impression that they're giving people, and people are like listening to it, and it's like, what? So that you're actually being attacked and people are watching and not believing that you're being attacked, and you are being attacked. This person is attacking you and making people around you believe that you're not being attacked, making it seem like you're some kind of crazy paranoid person. You're just stubborn. You won't let something go. That's what they're trying to say. And it's like, whoa. So they can target you. So they can do their little craps on the side when nobody's looking and make you look like you're the crazy person. This person is trying to get you to give up. They're already telling people, oh yeah, Aries gives up all the time. Aries can't handle a challenge, this and that, because they're trying to like manifest this energy into the world to you to get you to give up. Now, for some of you, this could be like a very manipulative tyrant of a boss who creates a toxic environment so they can control everybody around them. This is somebody who possibly has legal issues because of their quote practices, and not just that, but their abuse of power. This is somebody who is put in a position and then it gets to their head and they feel like the only way that they can hold on to that position is by attacking everybody around them or using everybody around them as puppets. And I think that's what's going on here. This person has people who are just they're using them as puppets, and these puppets are going around shaking their head up and down, yes, 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 to whatever this person says. Now, this could be somebody who's very harsh and they're very cruel because they don't have any kind of emotional maturity. You know, this is somebody who refuses to acknowledge facts. Even when you show them the facts, they're like, no, 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 no. Listen to me. You know, and then they try to like spin things around and make things appear logical. Now, for some of you, you might have been in a relationship with this person, which, oh my gosh, my condolences. Because I could just see how this person has manipulated you, possibly for years and years, and had people around you totally misjudge you. I could so see how this person has caused like confusion between you and possibly family members, caused problems in the family. I could see how this person has like totally manipulated things, making you look like the bad guy if you were in a relationship with this person, or even if this is your boss. Right? Like, I could see how they just manipulated the situation and turned everybody against you and just caused problems. And it's like, it doesn't matter what you say, it doesn't matter what you do, because everything that you do and say is used against you. Even when you show the proof, even when you show the truth of things, it's like, it doesn't matter. None of it matters. Because this person will twist everything around and make it seem logical, but twist it around in such a way where you are like the terrible person in the room. You're the troublemaker. You're the person who can't get over something from the past. You're the person, even if it was just a day ago, okay? Like, you're still the person who just can't get over what happened yesterday, 12 hours ago, 8 hours ago. That's how manipulative this person is. And they're trying to like twist things around and make you appear like you're the crazy paranoid person who is like making up ideas in your head. And the thing is that people are looking at you because of this person, and they're like, oh wow, Aries is like making these things up in their head. No, you're not making these things up in your head. It's real, and this person is doing it on purpose so they can continue to do what they're doing. Even if you already broke up from this person, if you were in a relationship with them, like, even if, you know, it doesn't matter, because it's like they're still making you appear like you are the paranoid, crazy person who's burning yourself out, who can't get a rest. And it's because you're being attacked, not because you're paranoid. It's not because you have some kind of mental illness. It's because you're actually being attacked. You're actually going through this and people are watching. So yes, you might look tired. So yes, you might be feeling, you know, not so perky as you usually would, because you're being attacked. But they're trying to make it, spin it around and make it seem like it's because you have some kind of mental problem going on. And it's not. You are literally being attacked. Now, I see this person, they're trying to make it seem like they're searching for the truth of something, or they're trying so hard to like bring some kind of truth out into the open, but they're not letting people know that there's a twist to their truth. They're not letting people know that they're the one that is dictating what is the truth. Intuitively, you might feel like you need to confront this person. Like, your intuition might be telling you, hey, you know, you need to just confront this person, or you're just going to end up sitting there suffering going through the anxiety of having to deal with this person on a daily basis. Or this could be something that you already went through, in the recent past. Like, you've already been through this where you went through the anxiety. Like, every time this person came home, if you were in a relationship with them, or every time this person just came around you, it was like your anxiety would shoot up because your body was just reacting to the stress of having this person around you. And it's like, so you intuitively you're thinking like, okay, I need to just address this problem. I need to just show people what's going on so they could see correctly. Like you are like trying your best, or you're wanting to, but if you do that, I'm hearing like people are just going to reject you. They're just going to reject what you have to say, okay? Like nobody is going to believe what you're saying because everybody wants everything to be happy. They're like, "No, no, no, no." But it's so weird because this person could go around and make these comments and get away with it and turn everybody away from you in such a negative way, and it's so bizarre because it's like when you try to like shine a light on it and you try to call this person out on it, then they reject it, and it's like, what? Like, wait a minute, what? And then they're like, no, 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 let's just be happy. Oh, no, 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 let's not talk about the elephant in the room. Let's not address the real problem here, you know? And it's like, what is wrong with people? Well, I'll just tell you what's wrong with people. You know what's wrong with people? They're lazy. They don't have courage. That's what's wrong with them. Because it's easier to pick on the victim and blame the victim for everything than it is to call out the aggressor. The person who's being the aggressor, the person who's being the tyrant here. The one who's trying to control the narrative and control people around them. You know, it's just easier for them to just like tell you to be quiet and just follow through and play this part and, you know, like play your part in some kind of weird movie, animation, whatever this is, right? Like, play your part and let this person do what they're doing. Just, you know, let them get away with it. Let them, you know, continue this game on, and you should just continue to suffer because this is the narrative that this person has created around you, and you should just play the part because it just makes their life easier instead of thinking and using their brain and actually saying, hey, you know, our problem here is that person. Everybody's problem is that person. No, they can't do that because that would require effort. That would require courage. That would require them to like have a backbone and stand up. No, it's easier to blame the victim and tell the victim to be quiet because basically, you know, even when you have tried to stand up for yourself here, it looks like these people have rejected you. Even when you have told them the truth, showed them the truth, proven your truth, they still rejected it. Why? Because they want things to be happy. They would rather have this weird celebration, because that's what it looks like, some kind of weird celebration. Like they would rather have some kind of weird celebration, be included in this celebration, rather than fighting the system. It's like, no, 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 no. Our tyrant is too big. This tyrant is too big. We cannot take this tyrant out. You know, and that's basically what they're saying. Like, we just cannot get rid of the tyrant. We have to just obey the tyrant. Everybody should just bow down to this tyrant, because if you don't, then you become the target. And see, right now, Aries, what I'm hearing is you're the target, so everybody feels like, whoo, you know, it's like a sigh of relief. Like, oh, okay, we're gonna target Aries, not me. Thank God. And you know, and it's like that kind of energy. Like, oh, thank God it's not me. You know, it's like, what is wrong with you people? And you know what? I know this sounds crazy, but it does remind me of the Bible. It reminds me of, what does it say? I'm trying to remember. But there's a saying in there somewhere, somewhere, that talks about, like, at the end of times, people will be living in hell right next to people who are like living their best life. Like, you could have two people. The preacher talked about it. Guys, you have to remember, I was like 13 when he was talking about this, so I'm just going to tell you what he said. Okay, like two people could be living in the same time period, the same day, the same moment, on the same block, right? Two people, one is going to be going through hell and the other one is going to be living in heaven. And I just feel like right now, with the narcissism and all these crazy things that are going on, the level, how do I say this? The level of evilness in the world is rising, where people are going to watch people go through hell and just sit there and watch it and completely deny that it's happening. You see what I'm saying? This is kind of reminding me of the Bible. And I wish I was 13. I think I was like 13 or 12 or 14, somewhere in that age when the preacher was talking about this. I should have paid more attention. Yeah, I really wish I would have paid more attention. But anyways, this is what is like going on. It's like the evilness that's going on around everybody, not just you, Aries, but everybody. It's just, it's crazy, you know? Now, for you, who was actually in a relationship with this person, wow, talk about sleeping with the devil. Like seriously, you know how they say sleeping with the enemy? Okay, well you were literally sleeping with the devil because this person was creating a narrative about you from possibly day 1 because it's all about control. This is somebody who is just definitely had friends with benefits. Turned around and tried to make it seem like you're the problem while they're over there having friends with benefits. You know, that kind of thing. And then turn around and then make it look like you're the crazy one because you're upset because they're having friends with benefits. But of course, you're the crazy one because why would you get upset about that? You know what I mean? But I assure you, if you did it to them, oh my goodness, it would be the end of the world. They would play the victim card. You know what I mean? Now, depending on where this is in your storyline, I do understand that you're in this energy where, like, you want to do something. You want to get up and get something done here. You're, like, charged up, right? You're charged up. You want to take some kind of action. But then we have this. It's where you are blocked. So this could be like something from the past or something that you're going through right now. It depends on where this fits in your storyline. If this is something that's going on right now, Spirit is saying right now is the time to pull back. Okay, I'm hearing like pull back. You know, it's not the time to take action. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Like, it's not the time to take action. This is more of like a warning about being impatient, a warning about allowing yourself to like get stuck on or letting yourself get frustrated about, you know, being trapped in this situation. It's more like saying, hey, right now is the time to be more patient than ever. Like, in other words, like, let this person have enough rope to hang themselves. Have you ever heard that saying before? Where, well, we used to say it in the old days. I don't know if it's something that people say today, but, you know, we used to say in the old days, we'll give them enough rope and let them hang themselves. In other words, let them continue doing what they're doing, and eventually people will wake up and realize, oh, this something's wrong with this person. Oh, you know, let them keep continuing on, and then they'll just eventually hang themselves, right? Okay, so that's what I'm getting here. You know, you're gonna end up causing some kind of not face. I don't know why I'm saying face. You're gonna end up causing yourself some kind of setbacks if you were to like actively go out there and try to do something. Okay, what I'm hearing is Spirit wants you to just focus on something else here, and we have the Ace of Wands and the Chariot energy. So it's like Spirit wants you to focus on this instead. Focus on a new beginning. Focus on the direction of where you're heading at, possibly in other areas of your life away from this person. So if this is like an ex or somebody that you are dealing with now, is saying like it's best to just go in a different direction, right? If this is a past situation, then that's what you did. Okay, this is saying that, you know, if this is an ex that you were dealing with and this is a past situation, then that's what you did. You focused on what you could control rather than being obsessed or trying to figure out a way to like control what this person was doing. Like you were, in other words, you were trying to mirror what this person was doing. Like this person was trying to control the narrative about you. You were trying to control part of it as well, right? So spirit is saying, this is what you did. You had your new beginning. You got your life back on track. If you're in this situation now, spirit is saying this is what you need to do. Okay? You need to focus on the good. You need to focus on this gift that's coming in. Use this energy. In other words, take the negative energy that this person is creating in your life, take that negative energy and turn it into something positive. You know what I mean? This is where you get your power back by taking that negative energy that this person has created in your life and turn it to something good. A lot of times people turn to drawing, painting, some kind of creative way of expressing themselves, right? A lot of times they become writers. They find some kind of escape. Personally, I think Stephen King has done this, and this is why his stories are so interesting. I think somewhere down the road, he has dealt with some kind of trauma in his life. If you don't know who Stephen King is, he's just like the best author in like the whole world. Well, yeah, he's like the best author in the whole world, okay? So, if you haven't read his books, you gotta go read his books, right? So I seriously feel like he went through some kind of trauma in his life and he has just turned it and banked it, and he comes up with these stories that are just like wow, and they become movies, right? But you got to read his books. Not all his books turn into movies, okay? So you got to read his books. But anyways, this is where you take your power back. This is how you get your power back, by taking something negative and turn it into something positive, right? That's what I'm hearing. I highly suggest, I'm just going to say it, read Stephen King's books. Another one I would highly suggest would be James Patterson. He's my second favorite author, so I would definitely read his books as well. Even though his books are more not as creative or spooky as James Patterson's, but his books are more about like detective and who did it and more mysteries and stuff like that. And his are really good too as well, but just a different style. Anyways, let's get back to this. Um Spirit is saying here there is a need for, if you're going to this right now, okay, there is a need for you to go back to the drawing board here. There's definitely something here that you've missed. There's some kind of groundwork that needs to be laid out for you here, okay? So if this is something that you're going through right now, that's what Spirit is saying. Go back to the drawing board. But if you've already gone through this, then more likely you've already did it, right? Okay, so we do have the Seven of Cups coming out with the Six of Coins in reverse here. Well, with that being said, it just seems like it doesn't matter how you try to play this card out. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, okay? Like, how do I say this? Like, it doesn't matter how you try to combat this person, it's a losing battle. All right. It's just, that's what it is. This person is going to take advantage of whatever you do. They're going to find a way to take advantage of you. And that is what Spirit wants you to know here. It's like, even if you are divorced from this person and you don't talk to them anymore, which very well could be the situation, because we do have this coming out. So maybe you're not talking to this person anymore. Okay. Maybe you have totally cut this person out of your life, but it doesn't matter what you do. And this is something that you need to really get in your head. This person is going to use anything that you do, whether it's good, whether it's bad. They're going to take it, they're going to twist it around. It's going to be an unfair situation no matter what you do. Even if you become the most successful person in the world, this person will find a way to turn it around, twist it around, and make you the villain. And I'm just going to say it, for some of you, this person has taken advantage of you, okay? Because that could be what I'm seeing here as well. Like, somebody has taken advantage of your generosity. They just keep taking, 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 and they don't give back anything. So if this is like a relationship that you were in, then this is somebody who was just like it was always one-sided with this person, and for some of you, this person like sold you some kind of fantasy that was very unrealistic. I'm also seeing here that you might have tried to set boundaries with this person, but the thing about these kind of people is that they don't care about boundaries. I mean, that's how you know what kind of person you're dealing with, is when you set boundaries and they just keep walking over those boundaries. I'm seeing here that this person, the best way to defeat this person is, one, if this is your boss, I would say go to HR. If you have any receipts, I would take it to HR. But if you can't, I would say go ahead and just start looking for another job to get away from this person. If this is an ex of yours, well, there is something going on with your ex here, and it looks like this person is feeling. If this is something that has already happened, then this is somebody who's feeling left out of your life because you definitely have cut them out. Okay, so this person is like searching for you online. Okay, well, whoever, if this is a boss or a relationship, right? This is somebody who's like actively looking for you online, trying to see your web pages, see what you are posting, seeing what you got going on over there, because they feel like they have a, like a strong case that they could use against you or something, like something that they could like get you kicked out of something or get you pushed out of something. They want to isolate you. They want you to feel left out. Okay, so if whatever it is that you're posting, be cautious because, it just depends on what it is, right? So maybe don't post really personal things on there, just a suggestion. But, anyways, the thing about these kind of manipulative people, the best way to deal with them is to not to deal with them at all, okay? Like to get, just don't deal with them at all. Let's see what else is coming out. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. I do feel that the reason why the Five of Swords is coming out is because it's like you're picking up the pieces now of your life, or you will be if this is something that's in the future. Like, I do feel with the Five of Swords coming out, it's like you're gonna be picking up the pieces, the weapons that this person has used against you. We do have the King of Wands, which is your energy, Aries. Two of Swords coming out in reverse. The Five of Swords is coming out in reverse. I'm picking from the bottom of the deck here. And we got the Tower coming out in reverse. Okay. So, let's see. When you look at it together here, be careful, Aries, because it looks like this person's out to win, and it's like they don't care what the cost is. They don't care what they lose as long as they win. Does that make sense? Like, so for instance, like okay, to give you an example, let's say you and this person are driving down the street and y'all are both trying to get to the stoplight or past the stoplight first. It's like this person doesn't care if they have to wreck into other people to get there first. Like, they don't care how much damage they have to make or do to get there first. It's just about the winning, right? So it's like this person will deliberately go out of their way. And I feel like this is a big warning for everybody here. Like, this person does not care about the damage that they create. Okay, as long as they're winning. So I would be very cautious with this person. And it looks like you, when you put these together, it's like you would actually like go out of your way 100%. Like, you would just do whatever you have to do to, how do I say this? To like point out some kind of truth here. Like, you would go through, so it's like you're mirroring this person's energy in a sense when you think about it, because it's like they would do anything, they would do a whole lot of damage, right, just to quote win, but then you would also do the same thing in a sense to prove some kind of truth or to bring some kind of truth to the forefront. Okay, so Spirit is being saying, hey, Don't do this. Don't mirror this person's energy, even though you want to. Even though you know inside of yourself you're trying to prove a point, you're trying to like bring the truth out. It's not worth it. It really isn't worth it because it doesn't matter. It's not going to be a war that's going to end. Like in other words, if you prove a point and show this person, and everybody knows, it's like it's not going to make it end. That's what I'm hearing. It's not going to bring this war, and that's what it looks like a war. Like you've been going through a war with this person, right? It's not going to bring it to an end. And even if this person was cheating on you, had third parties, it doesn't matter. It's like it doesn't matter how much you prove what they've done, it's never going to end. This person is somebody who's like always going to be around. It looks like Spirit is saying, just even though you don't want to change, maybe you don't want to change your job, if this has to do with your boss, you don't want to change your job, or you don't want to change something in your life to try to get away from this person. It's a necessary thing that needs to be done. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. It's necessary. You have to get away from this person. Like, you need to manage the stress that's inside of you. That's what I'm hearing. Like that needs to be your priority here. Managing the stress that's going on inside of you, because this person, they see you as conflict. I mean, as competition. I mean, they see you as competition. They're always going to see you as competition. And I think that's the biggest issue here, is that you intimidate this person so badly, okay, that they have to do all this just to bring you down. You are somebody that they just feel so competitive against. It's just not worth the battle. Winning this war is not worth the battle. This is one where Spirit is saying it's time to just walk away. Count your losses and just walk away. Anyways, let me go ahead and get you your angel numbers out. I hope this reading helped you, knowing what's going on around you, that kind of thing. Spirit, give us 2 angel numbers here for Aries. Let's see what's going on here for you, Aries. Sometimes we gotta walk away from these kind of people. Okay. I don't know if I should take that one, but let's see. Okay, well let's see these 2 that we got. Oh, we got another one. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna take them. Okay, I'm just going to take them. I'm just going to go ahead and take them. Let's see, 13. You are a conscious worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas. Okay, so you are a conscientious, can't say that word. I'm probably really messing that word up, I know. Worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas and thinking them into something real. Could be why this person is seeing you as such a threat, right? That makes sense, especially if this is like a boss, because they're coming out as like a boss. Okay, somebody who is definitely abusing their authority in your life. For some of you, this person could be like a karmic father figure to your children, something like that. Anyways, it says an optimistic but practical outlook keeps you determined and on track as you work steadily towards your goals. I am confident. So put that in the comment section. I am confident. I feel like because of your confidence, I'm telling you, people get jealous. Even when you are in a relationship with them, they get jealous. Angel number 2. It says here, you have great talent for finding solutions. Your intuitive and unbiased nature allows you to see all sides of any situation and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. I am diplomatic. I think you're trying to do that, but with this kind of person, it ain't gonna work. It's just not gonna work with this person. Angel number 27 came out for you. It says your mind is wide open and you are tolerant and compassionate toward all ways of life. You value freedom of expression and want to improve the conditions of people, whether in your community, country, or the world at large. I am expressive. Maybe this is another reason why this person is targeting you, because you possibly made a suggestion that would better everybody's life, and this person didn't like it because it came from you. I feel like there's clues in here in these angel numbers that lets us know what is going on, you know. We also have angel number 24 that is coming out. It says you have a heart of gold. Aww. And are very skilled at maintaining balance, stable relationships. You are loyal to your loved ones and are able to be the nurturer, protector, and provider all at once. I am generous. See, and you know what? I saw that over here, and that's why I was like, yeah, there's no winning with this person. This person is a taker, you know? And it's like they would literally suck you dry, you know? And if this is a job that you're in, then this is somebody who will work you to death. And just like, oh no, keep working, you're fine. I'm going to give you $1 an hour. I know, you really should be getting $25 an hour, but I'm going to give you $1 an hour and I'm going to work you down to the bone. Yeah, exactly, right? So maybe you've been trying to protect people. That might be why. Maybe you've been trying to protect your children or protect your family or protect co-workers, right? These are what came out, guys. You actually ended up with 4 of them in this reading. I do feel like there's a reason for that, so I'm going to go with it, okay? All right, guys, catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I hope this reading helped you out in some kind of way, shape, or form. Catch me in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.